I'm sick to look at this dirty, dirty table. 7 years now, been cooking on this table. And the top is ridiculous, it's disgusting, it's not nice anymore. It has to be taken off the top and cleaned. I'll try to do that today. But first of all, I have to remember how to get the top off. No, it's not such a problem because I built this one myself. And we open this drawer here, and we can take it out. Oh, that's a head. Oh, that's a head. And now I should find the screw-in holes to take off this top. Not for us a simple life of IKEA, no, we have to make it all ourselves. Make it yourself. See, the problem with oak is, over oak worktop, if you put anything metal on there, like a tin opener or a tin or something that's damp, then you get a black ring afterwards for some reason. I think it's the tannic acid in there reacts and makes it go black, so that's why I'm cleaning it mostly. Get these black marks off. So now I'm gonna rub it in with beeswax. Hope that's the right stuff. So we'll leave the top outside now for a couple of hours to dry. And perhaps a point of interest for you DIY freaks out there. This is the kitchen unit we made when we first moved in about 8 years ago. If you want to have a closer look, I'll show you quickly how it's put together, because you can see now, because I've got the top off. Basically using the cheapest form of chipboard. I don't know what this stuff's called. There's long bits inside and really thin plywood on it, and we made an internal box out of this stuff. Put some of these drawer rails in and they hold the drawers. We cladded this up here at the sides, you can see on the sides here, with 2 centimetre plywood fixed on there, cut at 45 degrees so that the drawer fits it there, and it's got a nice clean edge on it. There you can see it looks quite rough when the top's off, but all this stuff's covered up. There's the 2 centimetre plywood cut off at 45 degrees, and I'll just put a drawer in and you can see how it fits then. And you can see that's how it fits up at the end, and then that plate goes on top, the piece on top, so you don't see all the roughness. And what it's based on basically is 1930s design Bauhaus of a apotheke, a chemist's drawer unit, which is it's quite solid. The stuff in the middle is not very strong, but when you get all the drawers put on, it strengthens it up a lot. And you can see the drawers are just made out of cheap sort of offcuts of Formica, bit of chipboard underneath, all held together with pretty long screws. And then at the front here, we just put on a piece of plywood, again plywood from 2 centimetre thick plywood to match all the rest, and that's just screwed on this cheap inner drawer from the inside. And then a couple of these drawer railings on, and now inside 2 of the drawer railings to match up, which is quite a hard job to get it right, but after a while it's okay. We could have gone the cheap IKEA route and just bought all that stuff ready-made, but I've noticed that IKEA stuff tends to fall to bits after about 5-6 years, because the system they use with those sort of plugs into the chipboard, it's good for a few years, but if you've got 3 teenage kids opening, or 2 teenage kids and a little kid opening and slamming doors every day, eventually those plugs work loose in this composite material they use in a lot of IKEA stuff. And so we decided to do it with good solid screws and keep it all sort of repairable as well, because usually when those IKEA plug things that hold everything together go, then the stuff's just usually ready for chucking out. Get back to the old entropy thing, the energy that's being put in, the chemical energy that holds that chipboard together. After time it sort of dissolves into the atmosphere and then the thing starts falling apart. But with this one, if a screw gets loose, you can just tighten it up, and this thing is going to last for as long as I live anyway. And at the end of the day the price was about the same, because we just bought all the wood, had it cut at the wood yard, and then screwed it all together ourselves, which took a lot of time and patience to get it all right. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean you have to keep chucking the thing out every 10 years and getting a new one, which doesn't make sense to me. And the other good thing is when it starts getting dirty, which things do if you've got little kids, then you can always give it a quick rub down with a bit of sandpaper and re-oil it again, and it looks like new. You can see at the back of one of the drawers where I put a couple of plugs in for the kettle and stuff, and that's right at the end of the drawer so it doesn't snag on it. And there you can see the internal construction a little bit there. That's the top drawer basically. All made without any special tools, just a screwdriver and normal screws, and those drawer rails you can buy in the DIY shop. These handles here, they were I think a packet of 3 for €1 at IKEA, and we sawed a little bit off this end and a bit there, and just screwed those on. So there we have it, what's known as an Apothekerschrank in German, which means like a pharmacy's chest of drawers, which is the style it's based on basically a 1930s Bauhaus style. If you want to know what Bauhaus is, just look it up in Wikipedia. So I'll be getting brownie points for cleaning that top today. Wishing you all a great day.